Yay! The first Astro-Bash live. Time to figure out how to add somebody. Do 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 do. Hi, the Arts of Astrology. We're gonna be doing an interview with my fellow volunteer Becca Hart, who is House of Hygeia here on Instagram. So let me invite her to join. Okie doke, she is invited. Hi,
Hey,
how are you?
I'm good. I'm gonna put a little filter on. I didn't know you could do this.
Oh my god, can I do that? Yeah. Do,
Make it fun.
do. Oh, this is nice. This is very ethereal.
Yeah.
Thank
Good.
you for agreeing to be the first person that we're going to interview here. So this will hopefully be a series of me asking our wonderful speakers some questions about themselves, what they do, what they're looking forward to in this conference. So let's start. Why don't you introduce yourself and put your sun, moon, and rising somewhere in the answer too?
Yeah. My name is Rebecca Hart, and I am an astrologer. My handle is House of Hygeia. I work a lot with the asteroid Hygeia in my practice, and I am an Aries rising, Mars, and Sagittarius, Taurus moon, and an Aquarian sun.
Oh, sweet. We have so much.
Okay, what were you saying?
Basically, what is your take on evolutionary astrology? What you like most about it, perhaps? What do you think it does for you? The value it brings.
I so both of the teachers that I have are both trained in evolutionary astrology and traditional astrology, and the reason I chose them as teachers is because of that bridge in between those two astrological practices. I love that evolutionary astrology addresses like the soul's journey on this earthly plane, which is very important. There was some self-interest in that because I have a strong nodal placement, and Pluto placement, and it's just really helped me to like confront and accept and dig into kind of my own life and what I'm here to learn.
Yeah, I think that's why I like it too. I never connected it to. I do also have a strong nodal axis and a strong Pluto placement, so that's probably also why. So I guess, sorry, I keep pausing because I'm looking at the questions. But what about evolutionary astrology, I guess, made you want to maybe not practice it, but at least get involved with, this conference and like, getting the message out to people as far as what EA does?
Yeah, I think that's kind of a big. I'm gonna go in a lot of places. I think it's gonna kind of go all over the place. Um, I think that what's so fascinating about evolutionary astrology is that it is a newer branch of astrology in the tradition, and I kind of love that. Um, I kind of love that like archetypal psychology was kind of created about 20-ish years before Pluto was discovered. and Pluto was in Gemini when archetypal astrology was like coming to life, which I also think is just perfect and makes a lot of sense. And yeah, so I think just the foundation of archetypal astrology with Pluto being discovered feels very significant in the way that I don't know, kind of in the path that astrology is taking, because Pluto was always existing, but kind of the light being shined on it and how it kind of shows up generationally and also depending on your birth chart, maybe quite significantly in your own path. um, I don't know, it really brings like the depth and the kind of those big learning experiences that we have to go through as humans that are not always savory or fun, but actually like make us more well-rounded people. And when I heard about Astro-Bash, I wanted to be a part of it because I love that it's kind of a grassroots, family-oriented, smaller conference, because I feel like it's going to allow us to connect in a more intimate way. And you know, when you're talking about stuff like the soul's journey or the shadow and all of that, it's nice to be in those smaller containers. Yeah, did that answer the question?
Yes, you absolutely did, and then some. So the next question is, and this is just a little bit more general to astrology, what about the way, what irks you or bothers you the most, I guess, about how astrology is used sometimes? And I was envisioning in asking this question, like people who are, you know, for me, for instance, like people who overhype Mercury retrogrades, like what is the one thing in this practice, I guess, that bothers you the most and that you'd want to like correct or just name?
Mm, strong convictions. um, I think, you know, at the end of the day, there, like, truth is in the person's own journey and experience. And while I think that there are like there should be a standard of practice that most astrologers have for themselves, I also think that getting lost in like the rightness of something creates a dogma or a conviction that isn't actually helpful for how this art and practice and science is like going to move
Yeah.
forward. It's actually creating more of the same kind of yucky systems that you would like see in a denomination of Christianity or Islam or something. I know that's crazy to say, but some people are quite dogmatic in how they practice and what they believe. And I guess maybe being ruled by that Sagittarius Mars, I'm just like, let's dig into it and let's like blow it all apart, because why not? You
Yeah.
know, there's no right here. Yeah.
It's very,
How about you?
yeah, it's very Mars and Gemini of me to be like, hey, what bothers
Yeah.
you? What's annoying to you? I think the part of it that bothers me, and I can't wait to like answer this question in different iterations as I continue interviewing people, but I don't like it when astrology is used to fearmonger, because there's already so much that is challenging about the human experience. And in my perspective, I think a lot of people come to astrology from those negative experiences, perhaps to seek meaning or to get answers. And so when I see like fear mongering over a transit, which can play out in so many wonderful different ways, like who knows, that's where I think I get, you know, a bee in my bonnet, because of course challenging things happen, but I think to overemphasize only the challenging parts of something and our own like biological wiring for negative confirmation bias, I just think it's a kind of a slippery, dangerous slope to go down. So I'm always fighting in my own kind of inconsistent way and reframing stuff that is a little bit too hyperbolic and inflammatory. IMO.
Yeah, I love that about you, actually.
Thanks.
Yeah. I always get a lot from when you kind of break down that kind of information that's getting spread on
Yeah.
those platforms. Yeah.
And I think I don't think it's like a Pollyanna thing. I think it's like practical
Yeah.
to look all different. Maybe that's my Capricorn stuff, but I just think it's more realistic to get like a even playing field, right? And you can like align with what you want to align with and see what your experience was. Well, thank you for that. And then my last question, I think probably you already answered it, is what are you looking forward to the most when Astro-Bash comes around the corner in September?
Yeah, I think the way that it's being planned is that we get a lot of organic spaces to connect with people as well as lectures. So it kind of feels like all aspects of our being is being met and we're just not like sitting in lectures all day. So I'm really excited about what's going to happen in those organic spaces.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited also about the sky.
Yeah.
I ever lived in like heavily light polluted places, so to get a clear view is like really driving me crazy. I'm so excited.
Awesome. Yeah, we should bring some blankets so we can like
Yeah,
go way out.
or be outside the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you for hopping on. I know this was brief, but still,
Yeah.
the brevity is golden. And thank you for your great answers. And for anyone who's watching this live or watching this back, please tune in from time to time and check in on the page because we will be doing this kind of interview thing with some of the intrepid volunteers and planners that we are working with, but also with some of our lovely speakers. So yeah, tune in for that and to hear their answers. And thank you so much, Becca, for hopping on.
Thank you so much, Camille. Appreciate you a lot.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.